like, I don't know, we've been so busy eating and like preparing food, processed food, and just like taking a break from it all feels like so much more relaxing. And if I'm being honest, making this movie is taking up so much more of my mental capacity than the prospect of not eating ever could. Like, I think by far the most daunting thing about masterpiece for me, more than the mental aspect, more than the physical aspect, is just the emotional aspect of like how we can actually make this movie, and like if it'll be good, if it'll be pieced together, if it'll take longer to make the movie than it will to do the hike, or to even talk about the hike. So what kind of project this is really gonna end up being. So needless to say, I think we have a lot of work to do. And here we are at the trail, about to do it. Just had a big feast, probably more feast up in the wilderness. Just want to say right now, feeling hungry.
All right, here we are, Phillips Canyon trailhead at the lot. Feeling good, just got our sunscreen on. Finally made it up here after a little bit of permit drama, which is so exciting. Just feasted our last feast, and feeling ready, energized and ready to go.
So get a load of this. The Teton Crest Trail is something like a 40-mile hike through Grand Teton National Park and the Jebediah Smith Wilderness. Me and my friends Max, Carmen, and Naomi decided we were going to do it as a 4-day backpack. Max, Naomi, and I decided, hey, it's the perfect time of year to forage wild berries and maybe even find some mushrooms. Why should we even bring food? How about we just bring a little bit of rice for each meal?
Yeah. Woo! Yeah! Alright, well, here's some just regular maintenance that we do here now on the trail. Got a little strap loose. The easy fix, you see. Yeah, like so. Take it under and fasten. And here I have full stability, full mobility, and as I walk I can flex my big toe.
Oh yeah.
To keep the shoe secured to my foot.
Yeah, let's get a comparison of those shoes. Oh yeah.
Okay, see? And just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Carmen was the control group. Carmen packed food and was eating. The rest of us only brought a little bit of rice for every meal, presumably to eat with the food we would forage.
All right, 2 miles in, and they've done it. They have found berries beyond all belief. It is truly incredible. We're out here. Here's Nay. Oh yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll be feasting.
Here we are, about 2 miles in. Found our first little huckleberry patch. Going in for some good foraging here. Oh
Berry
yeah.
season, baby.
You gotta try the first one. It's so good.
Woohoo!
What we didn't realize was we wouldn't see another berry patch for the next 2 days. We started our hike on the top of Phillips Pass, where we immediately found those berries. But then, suddenly, no berries. We made it all the way out to Granite Canyon. Oh, look how pretty. Granite Canyon was stunning. But no berries. That was getting scary.
So we just had our first feast. All the rice we could eat, and plenty more left over. Big day of feasting on berries and white rice. It was interesting today. We left a little bit of the water in the rice. We did like a porridge. Really solid.
Adds a lot of volume.
Yeah.
A little bit of rice soup. And plenty more to eat.
Way better than Carmen's dinner.
Yeah, tonight for me had a nice little Mountain House pad thai. Pretty fabulous, honestly. Pretty fantastic. I'm feeling well nourished.
I should have added the rest of the berries to this.
Oh, that'd be good.
Ooh.
A little berry rice.
Ooh, yeah. Got it.
So they had their rice last night. That was kind of fun to watch, you know. Little bowl of rice. It's kind of like Oliver Twist. Had a good night's sleep last night. How we feel?
I'm ready to rumble. My stomach is not rumbling.
So true. Yeah, we slept, I don't know, probably 12 hours last night. Got more than enough sleep, feeling energized. The coffee was great this morning. The rice was great last night. I'm feeling, honestly, like 100% ready to hike. So excited.
Yeah, you might hear some like loud rumbles. That is thunder, not
Yeah.
our stomachs.
Yeah. Good to clarify.
Needed that differentiation for sure. No, so my rule is definitely no Donner Party reenactments, no eating of me, because I know I'm full of so many nutrients right now, and that's like, they can probably smell it. But, you know, no man flesh sandwiches. That is my one rule.
Carmen's rule was funny, but honestly, necessary. If not for what happened next, we might have broken it.
Wow. Doesn't get much better than that. Trail provides. We've got just an abundance of mango now. Who wants a slice of mango?
Woohoo!
We didn't want Carmen to know it, but if we didn't find those mangoes, that day would have been a whole lot harder. With over 10 miles of hiking to get to the Alaska Basin, we were in for a long day. And with next to no calories taken in yesterday, it was going to be even tougher. Nonetheless, we were committed, keeping the vibes high and keeping our appetites low.
Lunch, day 2.
So yummy,
So
so much
good.
eating, a lot of oxygen, the best type of food, you know, just the best food is the food you breathe.
Yeah, the water as well. It's just so nourishing.
All that oxygen in the water, all that hydrogen.
Yeah.
So yum.
Oh yeah, we had some carbon too from the soot on the pot. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all you really need. That's what macromolecules are made of. So chilling. I had a Nutella tortilla once again. So solid, so real. About to hit Death Canyon. Hopefully we don't die.
Tasting sounds and
Tasting
colors,
sounds.
but other than that, I'm doing super great.
So good.
Really working on photosynthesizing,
Yes.
little by little trying to absorb in the rays.
I think I'm getting better at it by the day, honestly. Yeah.
So yeah, that confidence level from earlier, we're still there.
Heightened.
We are gaining elevation as we're gaining confidence, and we'll see if we lose it when we lose the elevation into Alaska Basin. But for now, killing it.
We had heard a rumor in Jackson Hole that the Alaska Basin was going to be rich in chanterelle mushrooms that time of year. We were so excited that we thought, why pack any weight in food when the mushrooms were going to be waiting for us? One of the inspirations behind Faster Feast. Nonetheless, when we got to the Alaska Basin, there were no mushrooms. It was a bummer. It was even more of a bummer that we had brought Cliff Bars that we weren't allowed to eat and we were just using to torture ourselves with.
Night 2, we're at Alaska Basin at Sunset Lake. Absolutely marvelous. The views from where we're sitting are incredible. The views all day were just, nothing short of impressive. And yeah, we traversed the Death Canyon shelf. It was very cool. We did it one at a time, or more or less. And so we all had a lot of time to think and sort of reflect on, how things are going so far.
So today, or yesterday, we figured out that the whisper light doesn't really work. That's been a little frustrating. However, it still boils. It just gets soot and ash everywhere. So my hands and face have been covered in ash, consequently. But today's been fun. It's been really beautiful. It's been really eye-opening to get to, to see how much natural beauty there is in the world and how, small and insignificant we can seem in the vast cosmos of the mountains and the universe and the ecosystem, the greater Yellowstone ecosystem. It's just brought me a lot of gratitude and a lot of fulfillment with getting to come out here. And I've thought a lot about how uncomfortable the not eating has been, or at least the limited eating with what's left of the huckleberries. We're burning through it pretty well, but you can still see we're still eating foraged foods and living off of the land. However, I really am resonating with the mantra that
if you're not uncomfortable, then you're not growing. And I'm feeling like excited and optimistic about how uncomfortable I can get going forward, and what that's going to mean for us, for the group, and for, you know, the greater Yellowstone wilderness.
Yeah, I think just full heart for sure, and so much learning, so much growth on the trail, even though I'm not fasting. Being the control group in this experience has really led me to empathize more deeply with things that I'm not feeling or not seeing, and also knowing that others will be going through whatever they're going through, and we can still have a good time, and I can be on a different level or in a different state, and we can still hang out and like have a really good time and connect with each other, even if we're not feeling all the same things.
Had some electrolytes after the majority of the hike, which really sort of brought me back to life in many ways. And
Not worrying so much about others has been really huge, being like, they got it, they're fine, they'll let me know if something's actually wrong.
Looking at mountains, so yummy. Those trees look yummy, the river looks yummy.
And just, you know, worrying more about what's going on in my world or in the natural world, being outside with all this, truly incredible.
we've got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, I would say really positive for my own personal mental everything, and just being in this place is incredible. I mean, really, really amazing. So yeah, faster feast.
Feasting on life. In the Teton Crest.
Oh yeah.
That clipboard doesn't even look that good. I've definitely been, I may have been fasting more so than feasting physically, but in terms of mentally and emotionally, I've been feasting for sure. I've been feasting on gratitude, appreciating the things that I have day to day, appreciating the people around me, appreciating the life that I have and the ability I have to be out in the wilderness like this and to rely on the natural ecosystem the way that we have been. So I think Faster Feast so far has taken on a whole different meaning for me in terms of letting it be more of an emotional experience than a physical experience, because physically uncomfortable for sure, but so doable, not impossible.
That next day was our biggest day of hiking. We had over 15 miles of hiking, and we had to make it over the Hurricane Pass and the Paintbrush Divide. Luckily, we were able to forage wild berries on the other side of the Hurricane Pass. And, even more significantly, just on the other side of the Hurricane Pass, we foraged something even better.
Oh, look at that. Wow, that is a full dab pen. The trail provides.
They're really like the beavers of the mountains, you know?
It was a long push to the top of the Paintbrush Divide, but once we got there, the views were unbelievable.
We're hot. Yeah, day 3, Faster Feast. I've certainly been feasting. It's been great fun. Yeah, today was really cool. Saw a bear. Oh boy. Solitude Lake was amazing. Everything is amazing. Definitely had some loopy vibes in the morning from the group, but you know what? We roll with it. We vibe, and everyone is killing.
Here we go.
Yeah, our goal is to get below the sketchy part before it hits. So, yeah.
I like that goal.
But I am surprised that there's not a snowfield cover.
So awesome. I think overall we've been doing great. There might be one concern for the group, that being that I'm just waiting for the inevitable transformation of Eric into Barrick. He was really going crazy with those huckleberries today. I noticed that he's looking a little more hunchback to me. He probably never takes off that hat because he has those ears growing in. They're sprouting.
All downhill. This is the highest elevation of the trek. It feels good
to be at the tail end of day 3. Excited about all the berries we were able to find. Excited about the rice we get to eat. I'm telling you what, I'm holding this Cliff Bar. It looks good, but I'm not eating it. More work to do.
Just had some summit berries. We had a very successful day of foraging today in terms of finding huckleberries, which was pretty came in pretty clutch, one could say. And yeah, we're about to descend toward the outlier site for tonight. Hopefully we get there before sunset.
Well, let me
That's
zoom.
not the guy.
Not the one.
No.
Well, it's the end of day 3, and excited to be, just under 5 miles away from the trailhead, but definitely starting to feel the effects of the fasting. I've acquired a pretty gnarly headache, which I get occasionally, and I should have known because my vision was getting blurry that that's what was happening, because that is usually what comes first. But I wasn't thinking, also probably because I'm so hungry. And now thankfully Carmen had some, off-brand painkiller that I could take. And so I'm feeling a little bit better now, definitely on the upswing. But yeah, part of the fun for sure.
Naomi, how does the string cheese make you feel?
Not hungry.
Are you sure you don't want to just open up that plastic and give it a bite?
I sink my molars into it.
Yeah, just shoot it in.
Maybe if I fasted or feasted for another 3 months, then I would resort to that.
Fast a feast, masterpiece. That third night, it started raining. And we were asking ourselves, why are we doing this? Why 4 days? Why not 3? Or 2? Or 1? But I think when you get to go out with your friends and go for a backpack, food or no food, you're there to have a good time.
That today is just so funny. So silly. I genuinely woke up giggling because my cousin just so funny.
Fast or feast, masterpiece. So we finished the hike. We ate our Cliff Bars at the end, knowing how proud we were. And if you're thinking about doing a backpack with your friends, you don't need food. You might get lucky. You might find some berries. You might find some mangoes, or you just might find a dab pen. And even if you don't find anything, as long as you have good people and great views, that's all you need. Fast or feast.